Bitcoin has been massively diverging from the global liquidity indicator. Bitcoin has been moving down while the global liquidity has been moving to the upside. Many people are freaking out and are panicking at this moment. While Bitcoin is hitting this level of support, Bitcoin could possibly be breaking to the downside and we are losing this range. So is Bitcoin indeed going to be headed even lower? And is Bitcoin not gonna care anymore about the global liquidity indicator? Or are we still headed higher and will we still follow this trend to the upside? We are going to need to be talking about that exactly in today's update video. Need to talk about the September trap that we're going to be seeing. Need to talk about Ethereum, which is massively important, and about many more things in today's update video. So as always, let's get started with a shorter time frame. And in a shorter time frame, Bitcoin has been losing this range. We have just seen a potential breakdown retest right over here. This was the crucial moment we were gonna need to have a look into whether we're going to be reclaiming that range or if we're gonna see this breakdown retest. And right now, it is looking like, yes, we are getting our breakdown confirmation. And in that case, we would be having a look into a breakdown target all the way back to the 100K level, which could be very dangerous for Bitcoin, obviously. However, there's going to be our last hope, in my personal opinion. This level of support right over here, which is a previous resistance, like you can be seeing if we extend this line. Previous resistance, previous resistance, previous resistance right over here, and right now going to be turning into support. So this is going to be our last hope to remain to have a bullish bias. At the same time, we are having this level of support from this falling wedge pattern, which we are creating. So this is going to be ultimately our last level of support and our last hope, in my personal opinion, for a bullish reversal back to the upside. Keep in mind that, I rather want to be bullish still, because I think the probabilities are much higher that we're going to be getting a bullish reversal with this bullish divergence that we are creating with the CME gap that is sitting above us. Now, do keep in mind, at this moment, we are trading in a weekend, so pretty likely volatility is going to be lowered right now. We could be seeing a little bit of a bounce during this weekend, but not with too much of a price movement. I mean, usually we aren't seeing these big recoveries during the weekend because of these CME gaps. Now, do keep in mind that there's still this CME gap sitting above us. That one is going to be very important, and the global liquidity is still moving to the upside. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, well, are we still going to be following the global liquidity indicator? Because we have been diverging so much with the global liquidity indicator, and you can be having a look into a different time frame or a different time offset. And for example, if you're going to be having a look into an 80-day lag, right now I'm on the 4-day time frame, so this is an 80-day lag now. Well, if you have been having a look into an 80-day lag, you can clearly see that the divergence is getting very big. But like I've been saying since the beginning of having a look into this global liquidity indicator all the way since this point right over here, well, I've been saying that I'm not going to be using the global liquidity indicator as an exact tool to know exactly where the price is going to be headed towards. No, I'm rather going to be using it as a general direction and general trend in the market. Right here, the general trend was to the downside, and ever since we've been breaking this downtrend level of resistance over here, I've been saying, right now we're going to be following the general direction to the upside, and we're going to be headed to an uptrend because the global liquidity has been telling so. So that is what I've been saying. I haven't been saying that we're going to be following the global liquidity exactly to the price level exactly. I've just been saying that we're going to be trading in an uptrend as long as the global liquidity indicator is going to be trading in an uptrend. Right now, it's still trading in an uptrend, so I will still be saying that right now, we're just creating a higher low before confirming this uptrend even further and before going even further to the upside. That will still be my prediction, and I still do think that the probability is much higher that we will go even further to the upside than to see this confirmed breakdown and to see a big break to the downside. Although it's going to be a scenario we need to keep in mind, well, I do not think that it's going to be the most probable scenario. I think the most probable scenario will still be to see this uptrend continue. Some people will not like it. Some people think I'm crazy and stupid for this by saying this in a smaller downtrend in a shorter time frame, right? Some people will call me crazy for this, but I'm looking for possibilities and entries to long the Bitcoin market again. And my ultimate confirmation is going to be the break of this downtrending level of resistance. Whenever Bitcoin can be breaking above this falling wedge level of resistance, that is going to be my confirmation. And that is going to be the moment where I'm going to be coming in the market and saying, yeah, for sure, right now we're going to be headed even further to the upside, and we're going to be following the global liquidity even further. Just like I've been saying right over here at these bottoms, I've been saying, yeah, the probabilities are much higher that we will move to the upside, but I'm going to be waiting for my confirmations, for my trades, and that is going to be at the breakout of this downward trending resistance level. And that was my confirmation right over here, and I've been bullish ever since. Right now, I'm going to be playing it the same exact way. I think that the probabilities will be likelier that we're going to be seeing a push to the upside. However, I want to enter the market again whenever we're going to be breaking this downtrending level of resistance for Bitcoin. That is going to be my confirmation, and that is going to be the moment where I think that we're going to be initiating that next rally higher. Now, on top of that, keep in mind all of the liquidity is right now sitting at the top side. Funding rates are looking very good. Yesterday, they were even trading negative over on Bybit, so this has been looking very good. I mean, majority of the market is right now taking on shorts, and everybody is just preparing for the month of September, because September is, generally speaking, in post-halving years, always a bearish month for crypto in general, for Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've been talking about this fact extensively yesterday, but what I think is happening now is that everybody is front running this fact, because you look, this was in 2017, we had this dip in September, right? And every single year, pretty much September is the month where we have the most severe corrections. Now, because this is a known fact and everybody has been having a look into this, well, I think everybody has been front running this month of September. Everybody has been selling off their assets already out of anticipation of September. So I think because of that, this whole fractal, which we can have a look into right here, over here, is just being shifted to the left side on the time frame, right? Right now, we're already seeing a bottom being formed closer towards the beginning of the month of September, because everybody is already selling off now out of anticipation of the month of September. So that is what I think. I think this is going to be a September trap, and that in the actual month of September, we will actually see a bullish month and see a move to the upside. So prepare yourself now. Make sure to check out that link down below, because with that link down below, you can claim a 10K Ethereum trade, which this link is also including a 30K deposit bonus and 25% trading fee discount. I myself am definitely preparing myself with my trades over here. Like you can see, these are my open trades at this current moment. I'm updating you in absolute real time in my Platinum group. First link down below for that. But I'm definitely preparing myself, and make sure to do the same exact thing right now over on Weeks with the lowest trading fees out there, and also with these insane deposit bonuses. Whatever you're going to be depositing, Weeks is going to be matching that with a free Ethereum position at this moment. If you deposit 5K, you're going to be getting a free 5K Ethereum position. If you deposit 10K, you're going to be getting a free 10K Ethereum trade. So make sure to check that one out with the link down below. Now, I would definitely say that Ethereum is looking incredibly bullish right over here. We have been getting a small rejection from that previous all-time level of resistance over here. But having a look into the monthly candles, I think this would just be a great setup for next month. Possibly next month, we could be retesting that previous 4K resistance into support that would be ultimately very bullish in a longer time frame. I'm definitely still extremely bullish on Ethereum, and I will still be expecting much higher prices. I am still going to be expecting new optimize to be getting created, like you can see in this fractal right over here. We have been having a look into this fractal. It is exactly playing out at this moment. And the break of the Ethereum all-time is only just going to lead to new all-time. We have been having a look into this V-shaped recovery that has been exactly playing out for Ethereum. On top of that, ETH-BTC arguably is still sitting at this previous level of resistance right now, turning into support. So that is also looking good. I'm still expecting this next level of resistance to be getting hit next. I'm definitely bullish on ETH-BTC. I expect this massive pivot still to continue and this markup phase to still continue. We have been predicting the exact ETH-BTC bottom, so that is extremely good. Large investors are still buying, while retail is selling off. So that is what we want to see exactly. Now do keep in mind, in a longer time frame, we are approaching that beginning of the end phase, like I've been talking about many times. However, do not get fooled, because during this beginning of the end phase, I think Bitcoin will be going up just a little bit more slightly. But during this phase, while Bitcoin can be going up slightly, a little bit more to the upside, well, I think altcoins are going to be exploding and altcoins are going to be taking over with a Bitcoin dominance dump to the downside, like we have seen every single cycle. Bitcoin dominance is putting in this massive dead cross. At the same time, we are breaking to the downside for the Bitcoin dominance. So money is rotating into altcoins now in this last part of the cycle, while we should be cautious on the long term for Bitcoin, because the top is going to be incoming in the next few months. Well, I think altcoins are going to be exploding and catching up massively with Bitcoin, because altcoins have been lagging behind massively. And I think whenever the total 3 will break above this resistance, above that 1.1 trillion US dollars, I think that point the total 3 will go to 3 trillion US dollars. That is my prediction. That is what I think will happen next for the crypto market. And make sure to right now prepare yourself during this dip. While everybody is fearful, while everybody is expecting lower prices, make sure to prepare yourself for both scenarios. Prepare yourself for the scenario if we were to break further to the downside, but also prepare yourself for this more likely scenario, in my opinion, for if we are going to be continuing this uptrend over here with this confirmation right over here. If you want to stay up to date about exactly what I'm doing in real time in the market, make sure to join my platinum group with the first link down below. Start trading over on Weeks, because it is the best trading exchange out there for most of you guys out there. No KYC and cheapest trading fees out there. So make sure to check it out with the links down below. Start profiting from the market now. And guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.